Hello everyone, welcome back to Mad About Cards and Crafts. Today I have a collaboration with my friend Cathy Arenzana. We are doing a no stamps allowed card. I'm using Botanica Sunflower from the Greetery, which is a die, and that Prima Marketing Sunrise Sunset. I will cut my sunflower die from that paper. One of my goals, as I've said this year, is to use products that are in my stash, and paper is something that is definitely in my stash that I don't use as often as I should. Pattern paper, cardstock, you name it, I've got it, and I need to start using it. So in order to shape these flowers, I'm spritzing it with a little bit of water. One of the flowers gets spritzed a little bit more than it should have, and I'm going to lose a petal, but that's okay. You will not notice it at all. I am just pinching them between my fingers, trying to get a little bit of shape, and then I'm going to come in with a shaping tool that I will list in the description box below, along with all of the other products that I use in this particular project. My friend Cathy was recently featured on Courtney Krieber's YouTube channel. She was a guest designer, and she was also a participant in the Justine Hovey Save the Crafty YouTuber card hop, YouTube hop, sorry. She is a fantastic designer. I am linking her channel below and encourage you to head over and see what she created with this no stamp challenge. So you can see I'm just basically pressing down on the paper, and that causes it to curl up. And then those are the bases. I'm only going to use 2 of them because I end up stacking more of those flowers together. I'm just pressing in the middle to get them to curl towards the center, and then I'm using this tool which allows me to put the petal between it and then roll it down, which is going to give me the curl in each of the petals. And this was a quick and easy card, so this took no time at all. This paper is fantastic paper for this particular mixed media project because the paper itself has a lot of textured design in it, so it looks like I put product on the sunflower when actually I didn't. It's just the paper that has this really cool design to it. So now I'm just going to go in again, and I'm going to reinforce that center, allowing those petals to come up, and then I will use some art glitter glue to stack them together. Having a hard time with that one. This is the nope, I think I got a couple more flowers to go. So I am enjoying the beautiful weather that we're having here. It's probably about 55 degrees and the wind is not blowing. The sun is out, so to me this is a beautiful spring day, and I just am hoping that I can get out and go hiking here pretty soon. I'm part of a hiking club here in South Dakota. I'm part of a snowshoeing club too, but I have not snowshoed this year. It's just too cold. It's too windy here. I used to love to snowshoe and steamboat, and here we just get too much wind, and that wind just bites right through you. So I haven't snowshoed, but I am part of a hiking club. We're called the Hikerettes, and it's a group of ladies. I would say there's probably about 40 in the group. Not everybody goes all the time, so I'm looking forward to that coming real soon. This is, look at how pretty that paper is. I have done nothing to that paper. That is just the Prima paper, and so it has that texture, as you can see, already in it. I am using the Prima Texture Paste Clear Crackle. I will not get any crackle out of this. Look at how funky the paste is, but I said, you know what, I'm going to use it anyway and see what happens, and it actually worked beautifully. I did color it with Lindy Stamp Gang Flat Fabio, which is an orange, and then I put some Prima gold glitter in there, and the glitter really didn't do anything for it. That was just a waste. Either I should have used more or I should have put it on afterwards. This is a Tim Holtz burlap stencil, and I am just going to go over it with the paste here and there and create a little bit more texture to my project, and then I will clean it up and set this aside to dry and come back to working on my flowers. Isn't that pretty texture though? Look at that paper. It looks like I did all of this work and I did absolutely nothing. I'm going to use another piece of that paper. It's kind of like a ledger look to it, and I'm going to cut out a few leaves here in a little bit. So here we go. I'm just seeing how they look. I'm going to press them in the middle, and then I'm going to stack them, and they'll go on that solid piece, which gives it a little bit more stability. And that's my art glitter glue. I really love, I used to do a lot of heartfelt creations, and I have a lot of their dies and their molding trays and stuff. I love building flowers. It's something that I just love doing, but unfortunately Heartfelt Creations discontinued all of the ones that I have, and so since you can't just purchase them at any store, it doesn't make any sense for me to use them, which makes me really sad. So I'm happy that I still have this set from the Greetery that I can share with you and show you how some of these products work. Those are prills, and excuse my camera, it doesn't like white. It will clear up here in a minute, and they're called gourd. The prill color is called gourd, and it's orange yellow with a little bit of red. I did lay down some glue and pour the prills over, then I dumped them back into the container, and then I came in with some more glue because I wanted to have a thicker layer of the prills. Now this is a die from the Greetery as well. It's called Beautiful. It's got a big word that says beautiful, but it also has this have and then day. But then I cut the word happy from another Greetery die set, and it's going to say have a happy day. Now my paste still wasn't completely dry, so I am taking my Wagner heat tool to it, and I am going to dry it. I did color those words have a day with Distress ink, and that was Twisted Citron. And there we go. Now I cut this tag out of another piece of that paper, and look at the texture that appears on that. I'm taking that Twisted Citron and I'm just going around the edges. That is from Avriel, and it's called Gift Tags. And so I just wanted to bring a little bit of that green into the tag. And I added, later on, I add some gesso to the panel, but for some reason, I guess I didn't turn my camera on, and so it's not in the footage, but I do just stick my finger in the gesso and I run it on various places on the panel just to give it a little bit more of a mixed media look. I'm going to spritz these flowers with that Lindy Stamp Gang Flat Fabio, I believe it's called. Flat Fabio ink. I did do the backside as well. I didn't spray really hard because I didn't want to have a high concentration as I do on that one on the right, so I did a light spritzing on the top of them, but I am using my Wagner heat tool just to dry that off. And then I'll start deciding where I want to place my elements. Those are the two leaves that I cut out of the ledger paper. I'm going to start by ink blending with scattered straw. I thought I'd do scattered straw and then I would ink green around the edges, and I just didn't like it. So I end up going over both of those leaves and the two others that I end up cutting with mowed lawn, and I prefer that to it. See, it's just it's just fading into the rest of the card. So I come in with that deeper mowed lawn, and I like the look a lot better, and I'll do 2 more of those. And then I will again come in with that gesso to just add a little bit more interest to the panel, and I'll start putting my card together. I do take this happy. I thought that it was kind of getting lost, so I took some ripe persimmon right here, and then I'm going to go across the top of it with some dried marigold, and that will help it show up just a little bit more. I thought about layering these to get a thicker to get a thicker dye, but I decided that I didn't want to do that, because then I would have to worry about whether or not the other pieces were fitting around it, so it just worked out much better this way. Now I'm just trying to figure out where I want those flowers and what's the best place for them. There was that one little blob on that left side that I got from the texture paste. Everything else came out beautifully, but there was just this one spot that I didn't like, so I wanted to make sure that I was going to be covering that up. I will take some jute twine that I purchased at Hobby Lobby and put it through the tag. And now I'm just going to start gluing everything down. But see my finger's covered with that gesso. But see how it changes the look. It gives it more of a mixed media look. Everything is not going to just blend into each other. There's lots of things for you to look at, and that's what I really like about doing mixed media cards, and what I really loved about this challenge. In fact, I think that I'll probably be doing some more cards with mixed media, and I'm hoping that I can collaborate with my friend Cathy on some other projects, because this was a lot of fun. I will show you a close-up of the card again, and just take a look at the flowers, and you can see that it looks like I added texture to them, but I didn't. I did rub a little bit of gesso across some of the petals to give it a little bit of a, to just kind of have it flow better with the card. And I'm going to place these leaves from that Botanica sunflower onto the panel, and then I'm going to glue it to a Nina 110-pound card base. I do top folding on this particular card, so I will place that panel on there, and that will pretty much be my card. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you came over from Cathy's channel, I would love for you to subscribe, and I hope that you like both of our videos. We are excited to bring you this content, and again, we hope to bring you more. If you want to receive notifications, please click the bell and you will get a notice whenever I upload a new video. And that glued down beautifully. I don't have, even though there was warping on the paper, there's no warping. It glued down beautifully. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you supporting my channel. I hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.